All right, hello, everybody. Today is the September 17th meeting of the Trust over IP Steering Committee. Welcome, everybody. We do not have really a heavy agenda. We're probably gonna, depending on the conversations that happen, but I don't think we'll be keeping you too long today. We're going over some of the items that we talked about last time and some things in process. So we'll go down the list of, our reporting to LFDT, the symposium planning. I think Carly was talking a little bit about bite-sized trust. We can get some feedback on that. And we've had some activity getting ready to launch 3 new working groups, to task forces. And we're going to go over that a little bit. And is there any, and then we'll ask, but is there anybody want to add any agenda items to the list, things that you're burning to share and discuss at our meeting today? All righty. Okay, so
Nicholas has his hand up.
Yeah, oh, sorry to interrupt. I was just gonna say, there is some work we've been sponsoring for a VLEI binding to a cross-chain asset protocol called SATP, to where the essentially the identity of the gateway can now be cryptographically asserted to come from a specific organization. And it may lead to other avenues. And I was just wondering if there would be anyone here who'd be interested in that sort of work.
we had some activity going on, this high assurance vid kind of activity where we're looking at interoperability, and we haven't had much activity on that task force, but that may be an area where you'll find some interested parties.
Yeah, I'll post this in the chat if you're interested. We've got a core contributor in Ned Smith. Oh, I see Daniela has her hand up.
Yeah, I think if you can send something over, because we'll have Hart take a look at it, because we have a whole interoperability project and they collaborate with the SATP, right? We can try to connect you to people who would be interested.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. We also obviously are gonna try to pull the Cardano guys in here, maybe some others. So we'll see how that works. But thank you, Daniela.
Yeah, and the chain link, right? There's
Right.
a bunch of people that just came right up to my mind. So if you can put it in the notes here, and then Nico, if you don't mind, just send me an email with the same copy. I don't know if you have Hart's email address, or I will make connect dots for you.
Yeah, thank you. I think I do. Appreciate that.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to share the agenda that we can put together. Put that out for everyone to look at. So, all right, so we had this ongoing item regarding the reporting to LFDT. And I think we had come to some resolution in the last steering committee meeting that if we provide some of the links to some of the documentation that we are using and managing, that would be satisfactory, and we provide a quarterly report. And I know that Drummond was on point to drive this to the next level, and I don't see him here yet. Are you here? I don't think he's here. He may be traveling. That was the word on the street. So
yeah, he's still in China with Wenjing.
Yeah. The word had it he was flying back to New York and doing some stuff there. I don't know. Anyway, so where are we at with that? From maybe Daniela, did Drummond do anything? Provide you?
I could provide a quick update. I could provide a quick update. This is David.
Okay.
So Drummond did send Arun, who was one of the ToIP members, a annual report and a Q2 report in a Google Doc. And then I think the question right now is if that is a format the TAC is able to review, and it's actually on the TAC agenda tomorrow. So Drummond did
Okay.
write it up and submitted it. The only issue, I flagged the formatting issue because the TAC prefers things to be submitted over GitHub. We've had issues in the past where people have written up reports and sent them in Google Docs, and then we lose access to them. Maybe the original person who created the report deleted it, or they changed the access to it. So we've actually lost some history that way. That's why our preference
Hmm.
is not to accept things on Google Docs. So anyway, I did email Wenjing and Drummond to see if it would be possible to take the content that's already been written and just submit it through GitHub. I have not heard back yet, but it sounds like Drummond is traveling, which would explain that. But I did also at the same time email Tracy, the TAC chair, to see if it would be something that they could review in the current Google Drive or Google Doc format. So it's actually on the TAC agenda tomorrow that I just linked to. And I see, Carly, you responded, you can help turn it into Google Markdown. Yeah, if it could be submitted, I know it seems like an extra step, and I apologize about this. It's already been written, but if it could be submitted through GitHub, I think that would certainly help with the concerns around losing the history. And here, Carly, if this is something you are able to do here, I'll drop one more link.
Yeah,
If you
somebody
go,
has to give me permission to trust over IP GitHub.
yeah, there's some instructions for how to file on the link I just dropped. And if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to me or Ryan. We can help you with the right permissions.
Right, okay. I kind of know GitHub now.
That's great.
But that will actually be on the LFTT governance.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
fork it from that, do it in my own repo, make the
Yeah.
changes.
Yeah. And you'll see the
Merge.
instructions. There's like 3 steps on the link I just pointed to. And if you have any questions about that, Carly, just reach out to me and Rye and we can help.
Okay,
But it is written. I mean, do you want me to
I don't
find the
have it.
link? Okay,
Yeah.
I will get the link to that as well. Give me a second. He posted it on one of the Discord channels, but here, I will get it here.
I have too many communication channels.
Yeah. Here, I'm putting this in the link too. So there's one Google Doc that has 2 things in it. There's the annual report, the 2024 annual report, and then the Q2 quarterly report.
Okay, and which one do you want?
Both, ideally.
Okay. Okay,
So thank you for that.
So, you raised another thing that came into my mind that we probably should discuss. In that I understand that I think the trust over IP representative on the TAC, the tenure is kind of changing. So either can we keep with Wenjing, or do we looking for others, or Daniela, David? Is this something we should discuss at this meeting, or we table it, or any
Well,
information you can provide?
thank you for bringing that up, and I can find one more link to put in there in terms of the election schedule. But basically, as you mentioned, the tenure, the LFTT Technical Advisory Council is a 1-year appointment. So every year we run an election. So yeah, currently Wenjing is on the Technical Advisory Council, and he is representing Trust over IP there. It's been great to have him there. But yes, the term is coming to an end at the end of the year. And then I'm getting the link. And so a new election is coming up. I'm going to put one more link in the Zoom chat for you. A new election is coming up where we're going to be accepting nominations for people to run in October. So I did want to flag it for you and for Wenjing. If he's willing to run again, that's great. Or if somebody else from Trust over IP is interested in running, you have a few weeks to think about it. But the nomination period will be coming up soon.
There you go. Have your opportunity. Good. I'm glad we were able to kind of get that out. What's the deadline to put your name in? It's in what?
I'm looking at the nomination timeline. So it opens on October 13th and nominations close October 31st.
Okay. So we'll have another meeting and we can talk a little bit about it, but without Wenjing here, certainly want to get his input
Sure, of
on,
course.
and and his feedback on what it was like being on it and whether he also has some interest to continue doing that. So okay, so we'll put it on the agenda for next time.
Great.
Finalize that, and we'll get some feedback from Wenjing in the meantime. Okay, excellent. All right, so Carly, we could talk about the bite-sized trust because, and then we can get into at least where I'm seeking feedback on where we're at with symposium planning. I know that we have a new Slack channel on that. We have a final date. We're getting certain communications and things set up. So let's, and last time we had kind of going around the room for champions in certain sessions, like some open feedback regarding where's everybody in their preparation. I mean, I can tell you my name is here on the CHPA and the COG, and I have my name here with Eric Scout and my co-chair at the COG. And, we have a lot of information and a lot of materials already created. So we don't have as much preparation to do. We just are kind of waiting for feedback regarding if we have any kind of templates we're using, for presentations or other kinds of things like that. So anyone want to kind of step in? Daniela, do you have any insights on what we need to be doing at this point and any milestones that we need to be setting ourselves in order to get? I don't know if we've even created that. We've created some interest, but certainly we want to get topics nailed down and speakers.
I will actually pass this over. I'll pass this over to Carly. It's because she's been coordinating with Tomasz, and Tomasz is not here.
Okay.
No, sorry, I was copying links. So about the there's a starter webpage, and I don't know, like we filled in the content. Drummond wrote some starter material. Has that gone live? I don't know if it's gone live. So
Let me
that
pull
the-
it up. I can pull it up.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good if you could share it. That'd be good if there is something.
Yeah, and it follows a regular Linux Foundation event page. So we stuck with
Yeah,
that.
because we are approaching kind of the 2-month
Yep.
out, and probably, we want to get some interest generated that we're actually doing something. And, we have a finalized date. So,
And we did send out invitations to everybody to, so I put the links again in the chat for proposal of presentations due end of day Friday for day 1 or day 2, panels and workshops and presentations. So that's in the chat.
so
now.
have we received any responses?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that.
Okay. Certainly we have some peoples with names here, and it'd be good to get a sense of the people who are in this meeting here and that are signed up, as champions on some of these. Can people just share where they're at with that, like I have done? Nicholas?
Yeah, there's been a good amount of work done in the carry space in terms of preparing for the incoming SETI push in Utah. I think a session there could be quite useful. But honestly, that's not just Carrie, of course. I think Steve, you also are like heavily involved. So maybe that could be a collaborative one, that's more open than that. I'm not sure exactly. But I'm sure there's also other content we can pull that's definitely technically based, and only that. But yeah, so my thoughts there are a little bit underdeveloped, but I can pull something together really quick.
Okay.
So
Becky?
Carly,
Oh,
can I ask
sorry.
a question? It looks
Yeah.
like there's two links for
Yeah.
talks submissions.
2
Okay,
days.
okay. So that
Yeah.
each one has a link.
Yeah. Separate
I was
question.
confused.
Yeah, no
I was like,
problem.
oh, no. There you go.
Oh,
Ma-
okay.
Mackie?
Mackie, you have your hand up?
Yes, so actually in terms of the overview, so that was between me and Eric and Drummond. So what I'll do, like share an early draft next week, so that we can conclude at least that first bit, the trust over IP overview.
Okay. Yeah, we certainly have. I know that Drummond was talking to, in some of the technical working groups, getting ready for this symposium. So, I can't really speak for some of the folks, that are listed here, but are not in this meeting. But I know that there has been some, activity, but, it doesn't happen by itself. So, we should get an update. And we need to be, by the time we have our meeting next month, we should be in the throes of getting everything finalized. Presentations and all that kinds of things.
So the submissions here don't have to be finalized. We'll finalize them closer to the date, so they can be placeholders. And they will be reviewed at one of the upcoming ecosystem and governance working groups that is happening. We wrote it in the schedule. October 2nd is when ecosystem and governance working group will go over the proposals and set up a schedule for that. And we're also using the bite-sized trust has moved to Mondays. And on the next bite-sized trust meeting, we will go over the webpage. Thomas had sent out a message about that.
Okay. Yeah, so that's a great idea. I think the symposium gives us a chance if we can insert some of these bite-sized trust videos so people have a good idea of kind of the things that we've been doing, or Carly has been doing, and I've been listening to all of them. They're great, by the way, if you haven't listened to them. All right, I didn't, have any other agendas. We did, the LFDT made an announcement. We were working with them on, putting out a blog post on 3 new working groups. They all have long acronyms, but we have the decentralized trust graph, which is planned to be meeting next week on the 24th at 2 time slots. We have ongoing meetings with the AI and human trust. It's just we reformatted the names and the objectives, I guess. And that's why we wanted to get that out there, and it was focused on AI. And the third is operating out of DIF, but we are working with a joint development arrangement with them. And so all Trust over IP members are invited to join the Trusted AI agents working, And so that's obviously it. There are agent working groups in a lot of places. There's DIF, there's the CGPA as one. And I'm seeing that in a variety of other standards development organizations. So there is some activity happening with agents moving forward. But I think, our groups here and DIF, are acting as leaders in this space. So, all right. So I, did not have anything else that I was looking to share with the group. Does anybody else have anything else that they want to share at this steering committee meeting? If not, we'll just call it early.
I have a quick update, Scott, and you know this because you're going to start seeing them for signature. But we've had, I think, 8 inbounds for contributors to Trust over IP to be, companies to be contributors, and I think this is really driven by these working groups. I think one has gone over to you for signature, and I see that it was executed. So thank you for taking care of that. But be on the lookout for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other ones coming your way.
I think I had like 4 or 5.
Okay.
I saw one from ITER, and it's Richard Kroon. He's an active person. He drives an industry metadata identifier in the music industry. In ITER is no, it's in the talent industry, and wanted to be more actively involved. I've seen Realize, which some of you have seen Scott Jones in some of the meetings. He does an AI identity verification Which are others? Do we have other names, or we'll just table that until
Well,
everything gets signed?
yeah, until they sign it, because the process is we approve it, they sign it, and then it goes to you. And until they sign it, we don't want to publicly call these
Got it.
words out.
But
Yeah.
you know, I did see 2 or 3 that had passed my way, which is great. I think it's because of the new meetings, and also, you know, this arrangement that we have with Diff and such. So we are getting, we are getting more people interested in trust over IP. This is all good news. So appreciate, thanks,
Yep.
Danielle, for
And
bringing that up.
and I agree with the long names in the working groups, because I've been, like we had a member event on Tuesday, which was yesterday. We had a member event and we highlighted the new working groups, and it was a mouthful. It's already like Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Working Group. I was just like, oh my God, it's a mouthful. But
Yeah, somehow we'll have to get some coinage on some of
Exactly.
these groups, nicknames and things like that. But Carly, you had a hand up?
Yeah, I was just thinking. We've scheduled October 2nd to review the applications. And we set the closing date for this Friday, but there's no reason that we shouldn't extend it until the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
What does anyone else think about that? Okay. Okay, so Drummond's not here. I can't remember why we made that decision about other than we wanted to get going on it. But if we're only talking about and setting the schedule on the 2nd, then I am going to extend applications until September the 30th.
Okay.
Wenjing is here. Wenjing, are you here? I
Yes,
saw you come in.
I
Are you with
am.
Drummond?
I'm sorry.
Are you with Drummond? Or
No, I'm not.
You're-
We've done our conference, and we have been Drummond's in New York.
Okay.
Are you referring to applications of the symposium proposal?
That's correct. Yeah.
What expect for us to complete?
For the people who we were having applications to get the information so that we can, if need be, winnow things down, and also to create the schedule for the symposium. And we are going to be doing that on October 2nd in the Ecosystem and Governance Working Group. So I don't see why we don't leave the applications open until the end of the month.
What is an application?
It's yeah, so okay. I will very quickly show.
I think we are just not aware
Yeah.
that it is such a
Yeah.
process. Yeah.
Yes, and it's in the Slack. It's
Okay.
in Slack. So this is the editor version of it. But day 1 of the symposium, here it is. How long do you want to present? 30 or 60 minutes? What's your title? What's a description? What's your org's name? What's your relationship to trust over IP? And who is your champion who's going to be the person working with us?
Okay, so that's the symposium
Application.
planning.
Yes.
Okay, got it. No problem. We should be able to complete all of that. Yeah, before the end of the month. That shouldn't be a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, so if you were on the steering committee and added as a champion for one of these potential talks, as was discussed at the last steering committee meeting, if you can, I put the links for answering this in today's meeting to propose a presentation for the first day or the second day. The second day is a workshop / discussion panel thing. So that's why it has a different set of questions than the first day, which is the sage on the stage presentation thing. Okay, I will update that change in the due date. And hopefully we will hear from our members today to submit things.
Okay,
Great.
and so the thing to complete is sorry, what is exactly thing need to be completed?
Fill out the Google form. Answer those 6 questions.
the Google form.
Yeah, in the
Yep.
chat.
Oh,
So
in
to
the chat.
propose a presentation so it's in the chat here. It's also on general in the Trust Over IP Slack. And we also stuck it up in the Trust Over IP Discord, which we're going to be moving over in October.
Okay. All right, sorry, yeah, I will definitely go find out, but at the moment I'm not sure what I need to be doing. So we've been sitting on this for long. I thought it would be long done already, but
It's for different members that we're soliciting people to fill out the form to get
I'm
information from
clicking.
them.
Yeah, you said in the chat, but I'm
Yeah.
clicking all the links. Oh, okay, I see it now. Oh, no,
Yeah,
no,
so
no, that's your display. Can you put
Yeah.
that link somewhere?
If you copy my Slack link, Wingjing takes you to should take you to the Slack. Carly put it on there yesterday. Yeah, it looks like yesterday.
Oh, sorry, Wengjing. I'm sorry. I
Oh.
forgot that you don't see the history of
Yeah.
chats in
Yeah.
Zoom.
And
So
it's
I
in
recopied
general,
it.
right?
Yeah, and it's in general. I just
Oh, I see. I got it.
and
Sorry.
actually I'm about to edit it to
I-
say extension.
Yeah, I migrated from Slack already, so I'm not following up as timely.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and I
Got
think
it.
Arson.
Got it. Okay, no problem. We should be able to finish definitely on time.
Yeah, so
Okay.
in Wenjing's, you kind of joined late. We did talk about the annual re-up for membership on the TAC, the LFDT TAC that you're serving on, and wanted to get your feedback whether it's your plan to continue that, or we need to put in another Trust Over IP member as a member of the TAC. Certainly that your choice doesn't have to be made until the end of next month, but obviously that's been out there, so.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah. Let me think about that, and then certainly would let everybody know.
Yeah, and if maybe at the next meeting, we can have an agenda item, you can talk about, what your feedback is, and if you're deciding not to do it, then maybe you can kind of share your thoughts around that and see what we can do going forward on that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Sounds
excellent.
great. Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. All right, well, I think we hit all of our agenda items. There one last call for anything else to discuss at this point for at a steering committee level? All right.
I just had a quick question on what's the due date for the presentation proposals?
30th. We established that. We let it be reflected officially in the agenda that we have extended the proposals for the presentations and discussions to September the 30th, and they will be finished then for review and selection on October 2nd at Ecosystem and Governance Working Group.
Thank you.
All right.
David, can you
Excellent.
stay on for a second?
All right, sounds good. All right,
Sure.
I'm gonna take off, Carly.
Yep. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.